You know, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. You play good, you get paid good. The Marlins look some darn sharp in these City Connect uniforms this afternoon.
Max Meyer, 26-year-old right-hander, making his 7th start of the season. This is his first career start and appearance against the Athletics. Lawrence Butler sends a fastball in the air, shallow left field. Out is Edwards in his Simon. That's Xavier Edwards to put the squeeze on out number 1. Let's see if Max Meyer can contain these guys this afternoon. Rooker hitting .244 with 8 homers and 17 runs batted in.
This is one to center field. Dane Myers is going back towards the track, and he's going to leap up at the wall. Gone for Brent Rooker. Homer number 9.
That was torched. That's 109 off the barrel of Brent Rooker. Get up and get gone.
This is going to get the left field and bounce down. Tyler Soderstrom following it up with a single.
And that will bring up the catcher, Shea Langoliers.
Ground ball double play rolled out to short, and it'll go Edwards to Sanoha over to Wagaman at first, and an inning ending 6-4-3 double play.
So Osvaldo looking to continue the trend for the starters in the green and gold. They've had a fantastic go here on the road trip, and unfortunately losing the leadoff hitter, and Xavier Edwards had him 0-2, full count, and now a walk.
Runner goes. Here's Kyle Stowers. The baseball is dropped by Langoliers. Edwards has his team-leading 7th stolen base of the season.
Stowers to center field. J.J. Bleday will catch the line drive, 1 out. And Ramirez swings at the first pitch. A bouncer that's going to be a tough play for Urias, but he makes it. Time has to throw across his body. It'll move Xavier Edwards to third with 2 outs.
Well, that's a nice job by Luis Urias. He's got to come and get it quickly, and there's not a ton of time on the exchange here that he can take.
Skied high, and it'll be Tyler Soderstrom with the catch. Runner stranded at third after the leadoff walk for Osvaldo Bido. It remains 1-0 A's. Bleday announced himself with authority yesterday. A walk, a homer, a double, scored 3 times. JJ again to right field, and JJ does it! Off the upper deck in right field, a homer for Bleday in back-to-back days.
A little backup slider for Meyer, and J.J. Bleday, baby.
That one misses inside, and Wake Forest's all-time leader in walks in a career is aboard with his first walk in his major league career and his 33rd plate appearance.
How about another hit? Gio Urshela with a hot shot towards short. Here comes the throw to third, off the mark, 2nd and 3rd for the A's.
Lawrence Butler bounces a changeup to first, an underhand toss to Meyer covering, and the side is retired. A's get another. They lead 2-0. So nobody on and 2 out quickly, and a comebacker hits Meyer. He picks up the baseball and he underhands it to first, but Meyer's in pain. Oh man, that caught his throwing hand. You saw how quickly he lost his glove, and hopefully Max Meyer's going to be okay. He did immediately go right down the tunnel after the half inning was over. Here is Ronnie Simon batting for the Marlins, trailing 2-0.
That one ripped into the right center field gap, and that will split the outfielders in one hop the wall. Bleday picks it up, Simon cruises into second base, and Ronnie Simon has his 2nd career major league double.
Stowers 0 for 1 tonight. And a 1-out double, trying to cash it in. They've been great with 2 outs all season.
That one a rocket out to right center field and deep. Kyle Stowers leaves the yard again. Off a multi-homer day in LA, he ties it at 2 in the 3rd with his 5th home run of the year. And it was a shot, 422 feet to right center.
Well, Rod, he's going to give it a puncher's chance here in the top of the 4th.
You know, Kyle, it must have got him in a good spot, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it was hit at 103 off Langolier's bat, and Meyer never really showed, other than the initial contact of the ball hitting the hand, he never showed any pain whatsoever after that.
2-1, and it's a grounder up the middle. It'll be a chance for the second baseman under his glove, and Jacob Wilson right on cue.
Wilson aboard at first, and now Luis Urias.
Jacob Wilson was taking off, and this ball's down the line, left field, home run, Louis! Add to the long ball parade, a 2-1 shot makes it 4-2, and that is 5 on the season now for Urias.
How about old Louis liftoff? Well, you put it out there in the ether. We start talking about long balls, and Louis says, let me oblige.
Lawrence Butler into the gap in center field, going back, going back. It'll bounce off the wall, and Lawrence Butler with a double. That has to feel good for the leadoff hitter. Broken 0 for 7 streak, that double did, and now this little dribbler could be a single for Brent Rooker. First and third.
Now he's got some work to do. The Marlins not willing to concede a run, of course, here down 2. The infield will play in.
That one a ground ball. That's plucked by Meyer. Butler broke for the plate. Meyer had it on the hill. He tossed to Agustin Ramirez, who's running Butler back to the third base bag. Now Norby has it. Butler got back to the bag, but he was out of the baseline. And the throw to second does get the runner at second base, Rooker. So in such a backwards way, there are 2 outs there. Meyer plucked it. He threw back to the catcher Ramirez, who ran him over to third base. Lawrence Butler left the baseline, so the third base umpire, Vic Carapazza, called him out. Then Connor Norby, who had the baseball, threw it to second base, and Javier Sinoja swiped the tag on Rooker, who was trying to get back to the second base bag.
So the Marlins have the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 5th in the form of Javier Sinoja, who's 0 for 1 today.
That one roped on the ground. That is a fair ball down the third base line. Myers will score easily. Sinoja motoring to second. Javier Sinoja with a ground ball that just snuck inside the third base line makes it a 1-run game. An RBI double. It's 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th.
Urshela inching in, but he's going to swing away. This one to Urias on the ground, and the throw over, 1 out.
They're probably going to play the infield in here with Edwards. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. They want him to try to hit a fly ball.
As Edwards flies one in the air deep to center field. Going back on it is Blade with plenty of room. He makes the catch. But tagging from third and scoring is Javier Sinoja. A sacrifice fly for Xavier Edwards, and just like that, we're even at 4.
And JJ into right field. He's been living out there, and he's been living large, grabbing some hits here in Miami. Make it 4 now in the last 2 days. And Jacob Wilson on cue, another hit. Another day, another hit. Keep him going.
3-2. Missed inside, ball 4. Max Myers coming out of this ball game with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Anthony Veneziano in a very critical moment in this ball game, facing the slugging left-handed rookie and the first baseman Nick Kurtz.
Into center field, and see if this will do it. Here comes the run home, and JJ Blade, the throw not in time. 5-4 off the sacrifice fly from Nick Kurtz.
Well, got it out there far enough.
3-2, up and in, ball 4, and all of a sudden Jacob Wilson starting to take his walks in the big leagues.
That one misses outside, and that's a walk issued to Kurtz.
First and second for Gio Urshela. This one's going to drop down in right field, and here comes some insurance runs. Jacob Wilson in, and it'll be a double for Gio Urshela.
Say, that's a big 2-out double there from Gio Urshela. Shake them dice and roll them up. Gio had a baby.
Bottom of the 9th, it is 6-4. A's have the advantage, and they always have the advantage with the closer on the hill. Mason Miller time.
Slider hits him, got him in the leg. So the slider just got him right in the leg. And the leadoff man aboard, which means the tying run comes up to home plate in Connor Norby.
And a swing and miss. Goes upstairs at 103.
Talk about stepping on the gas pedal. 103 by the.
Strike 3. Wow.
Yeah. Myers is saying, well, I'm not sure I saw it. Sounded close. Guess I'll believe you.
Oh, Sinoja bangs one out towards the gap in right center field. Mervis will go first to third. Sinoja's on his way to second. It's cut off. So trailing by 2, Javier Sinoja will keep the Marlins' hopes alive, and Ronnie Simon will get an opportunity to tie it. Again, the 3-2 on the way. He threw him a slider. It goes to the backstop. Here comes a run. Play at the plate, not in time. Now it's 6-5, unless the Athletics would like to ask this umpiring crew to take a look at that last pitch to see if it did indeed hit Ronnie Simon. If it hit him, Mervis does not score.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. No hit by pitch. Ball 4, batter first base.
Here's the situation. It's going to be 6-5 with runners at first and third with 2 outs, and Xavier Edwards at the plate with a chance to tie it. Inside, ball 4. He walked him, and now they're loaded for one of of the hottest hitters in baseball in Kyle Stowers. Stowers has hit the ball as hard as anybody in the ballpark this afternoon. He's got a 2-run homer and he's 1 for 4 at the plate. And it all comes down to this. Now you got no wiggle room if you're Miller in a big mano-a-mano big boy matchup. Looking for some magic in these new City Connects. Swinging a ball lifted in the air, deep left center field. Stowers, no way! A walk-off grand slam. This kid is unconscious.
No way did he do that.
A hit as big as they get, and those new City Connect tops and bottoms are just a shining this afternoon.